Hi, beautiful. Welcome to the farmer's market. Welcome to my show and tell. I'm going to show you some of my originals. They're all $222 a piece. Message me if you'd like to inquire if one's still available. Someone asked me one time if I had a piece of a male figure sitting in contentment and joy, and I didn't. And I sit in contentment and joy all day. I thought that was a great challenge, and this was one of many attempts at answering that question. These pieces aren't titled or bagged yet. They should be by the second weekend of June 2026, but you can message me to inquire in the meantime. One series of doodles, a whole sheet. I cut them out separately, but was a rabbit's. This one's hiding in a patch of flowers. This is my favorite one. It came out so funky. This one had so much life in it. All these are just pencil marks and play. I wasn't looking at anything in particular. There's a sweet one. This rabbit is resting. My friend gave me a math problem in the middle of the day, which was fun. I hadn't done geometry since high school. And I gave up and I turned the geometry problem into a bird. I thought it looks like an angry bird, so I may not do prints of this, but I thought it was pretty fun. Glimpse into my brain of all this effort and then release. Speaking of release, this figure shows up in my work over and over and over again. Definitely inspired by all the amazing dancers I've met in my life. And also something in the energetic plane. So I'm never looking at anything when it shows up, it just shows up. Let's try that again. One thing I do is I practice protecting my energy. I'm a very sensitive person. Try not to take on other people's stuff, because that doesn't help either one of us. This was inspired by that practice. I always like to imagine golden light, either as a bubble or one of my teachers teaches it as a Harry Potter cloak, which is nice, and things that I don't want to receive bounce off. Another fun version of that is some people say the halo is our crown chakra represented in art. You know, art is just a mirror or a shadow of whatever exists out there. That showed up here, and it's got a fun, really shiny, that is silver and gold, which I'm probably not going to print this one either because shininess doesn't show up in printing, but I really liked the original. This one's really simple. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm so grateful for Thich Nhat Hanh teaching me the simplest meditation. Breathing in, I'm grateful. Breathing out, I smile. You can breathe in or breathe out anything, but it can be as simple as 2 breaths, which you can do anywhere. Other thing I'm practicing is listening. This is a joyful Buddha who is listening as a superpower. This creature sprang out of a random pencil sketch, as they all do these days. This is a looser interpretation, but another figure seated in joy, peace and contentment, with a swirl of flowers. One thing I practice out here and everywhere is telling myself that I'm safe, and it's okay to open my heart. And this is a dance all day long, because things will happen and I will retreat back in and open up again. This is three hearts exploding out. Some reminders to listen. A variation on that, this is what I was feeling the other day. Often I do a sketch and then I try to do it better, but it's always the sketch that has the raw emotion. And this was the sketch. This is probably my child self reaching up to be held. But these days, the person that holds my child self is me. So reaching up to the divine, reaching up to my future self, my higher self, my adult self. and the joy of the safety and knowing that I will be held. I thought these were really beautiful. This says, listen, glisten, get out of the way. I need to spend a lot more time practicing listening. The rest of my life, I imagine. There's so much to listen to. The voice of God in other people, in random sounds and animals. And when I'm listening with that in mind, everything's always synchronous and relevant. And then especially my body, the messages it's giving me. Thank you, body. And my spirit and my heart. All good information. These are some more of that figure I'm telling you about, that dancer that's in complete, beautiful release, surrender to the divine in all of us, rising up. And these are some of the meditations that go along with the chakras, and I kind of just made them up because I don't remember things very well. This creature sprang out of random paint strokes, and I feel so much love and joy in this one. I was listening to Ram Dass in East Forest. He says the oneness of the universe is love. The oneness of the universe is love. I am loving awareness. This one is kind of a random practice sheet, and there were some flowers, but it was so beautiful. There's so many beautiful flowers around at the market, and my partner's yard. She's amazing at growing things, and I'm just surrounded by beautiful flowers all the time. So grateful. I really like this one. It's called Love is All is Love. All is love is all is love is all. I surprisingly, maybe if you've been following me for years, have been really vibing with some earth tones the past year or so. This is another favorite. This is an example of how I create. This is a page full of clay and random marks and colors, and this turned into a beautiful mother figure with her heart rising and some spirit and some wild psychedelic scenery. Another figure, some pouring. I really strive to stay open and listen while I'm painting, and to stay playful. I try to listen and play. That's my method. If I ever teach a class someday, it'll be on listening and play, not on technique. Because for me, that's how I tap into creativity and spirit. Thanks for hanging out. My originals are all 222. And shoot me a message and or a screenshot if you'd like to inquire about one.